I'm thrilled to kick off the series where we're going to be busting common misconceptions about virtual assistants and showing how they can supercharge your work, no matter what industry you're in. So today we are going to tackle a big one. It's probably the one I hear the most often. It's that virtual assistants are too expensive, especially for small business owners. If you're running a small business and you're thinking, I can't afford a VA, then stick around and I will break down why VAs are more affordable than you think and how you can get your money's worth compared to full-time staff. I'm also going to share a real world story from one of our clients that will change your perspective. So let's dive in. First off, we're going to address the elephant in the room, cost. A lot of small business owners hear virtual assistant and they picture this big expense that they really can't justify. And maybe you're thinking you need to shell out thousands of dollars a month if you would want a VA like you would if you had a full-time employee. But here's the truth. VAs are designed to be flexible. They're designed to be cost effective, especially for small businesses. At Alpine Virtual, our minimum retainer starts at just $700 a month, and that gets you an already trained, ready to go virtual assistant who can handle tasks better than you could, tasks that would otherwise eat up your time or require pricey in-house staff. So let's compare that to hiring a full-time employee, and let's see why that myth doesn't hold up. So when you hire a full-time staff member, you're not just paying salary. You're also covering benefits like health insurance, paid time off, retirement contributions, and then there's the office space, the equipment, computers, phones, and even some software licenses. So according to some estimates, overhead costs can add about 20 to 30% to an employee's base salary. So let's say that you hire an admin at $40,000 a year. With benefits and with overhead, you're looking at a little over $50,000 or more. Plus, you're locked into that cost whether you need them for 40 hours a week or not. A VA, you only pay for what you need. So you can get a $700 a month retainer that gets you about 20 hours of focused work. No office space, no paying for pizza parties, no benefits to worry about. And that's about a fraction of the cost for the same results. But it's not just about dollars. It's also about what you're getting for that money. A VA can take on tasks like scheduling, like email management, social media, or customer follow-ups, which free you to focus on your business. And because they work remotely, you're not spending a dime on desks, on utilities, on the coffee break room. And the VAs are often trained to use tools that you would otherwise pay for. So you're getting the expertise without the extra subscriptions, and that savings adds up fast. So this isn't just a theory. This is something that we've seen proven with our clients at Alpine. One of our clients, her name is Sarah, she runs a podcasting agency. She was wearing all of the hats in her business. She was invoicing, she was doing marketing, she was answering customer inquiries, she was doing PR, podcast editing, you name it, she did it. And she wanted to hire an in-house admin to help, but she was really scared of the cost. A part-time employee at $20 an hour, working 20 hours a week, would have cost about $1,600 a month, plus taxes and plus benefits. That was just way out of her budget. So she found Alpine Virtual, and for $700 a month, we paired her with a VA named Amanda, who jumped in to handle client emails, to schedule social media posts, to help with podcast editing, and do some PR work. In the first month, Amanda worked 5 hours a week, but she saved Sarah 10 hours a week on admin tasks. That's time that Sarah used to develop a new branch of her business, which actually brought in an extra $2,000 in sales. So the VA paid for herself and then some. Also, customer retention jumped and strengthened, which saved Sarah unknown amounts of money. Plus, Sarah didn't need to buy a new computer. She didn't need to rent office space. She didn't need to deal with payroll or unemployment taxes. Amanda worked remotely using her own equipment and Sarah's existing tools. And Sarah said to us, I thought a VA was going to be this luxury that I couldn't afford, but it's the smartest investment that I've ever made. I'm making money and I'm stressing less. So why does this myth persist? I think it's because people underestimate how much time they're losing on tasks that a VA can handle. If you're spending hours on emails or scheduling, that's time that you're not spending in revenue generating work like meeting clients or creating products or planning growth. A VA flips that equation. Even at $700 a month, if you're buying back hours to focus on what makes your business thrive, unlike a full-time hire, you can scale up or down as you need. So if you need more help during a busy season, you can add hours. If it's a slow month, you can dial it back. The flexibility is gold for small businesses. Here's another angle. VAs can actually help you save money on expenses. So for an example, a VA can research cheaper vendors, they can negotiate subscriptions, they can streamline processes to cut waste. One of our clients had a VA audit their software tools and canceled unused or unneeded subscriptions and find cheaper ones, which saved about $600 a year. So little wins like that add up, making a VA's cost even more of a no-brainer. So how do you make this work for your business? First, start small. Pick one or two tasks that eat up your time, like managing your inbox or posting to social media, and hand those off to a VA. Set clear instructions and a budget, like our $700 retainer, and track how much time you save. I bet you'll find that a VA pays for themselves in productivity or in new revenue, just like Sarah did. And if you're worried about quality, know that agencies like ours vet virtual assistants to ensure that they're skilled and they're reliable. So you're not gambling on a freelancer who might ghost you or do terrible work while representing your brand. If you're a small business owner thinking VAs are out of reach, I hope this busted the myth wide open. You don't need a big budget to get big results. A VA is going to save you money, time, and stress compared to full-time staff, all while helping you and your business grow. If you're curious about how a VA could fit into your budget, I'd love for you to book a call with Alpine Virtual. For as little as $700 a month, we'll pair you with a vetted VA who's ready to make your life easier. So just head to alpinevirtual.com to set up a chat. There's no pressure. It's just a chance to explore what's possible. So thanks for watching my first episode of VA Myths Debunked. If this got you thinking, give a thumbs up or subscribe and let me know in the comments what other VA myths you'd like for me to tackle. Next time we'll dive into another big misconception, so stay tuned. See you soon.